Good evening, yet another Wednesday night, and we do have an absolutely fabulous show lined up for you tonight. Everybody in the gallery, wave to Facebook, please, so they can all see what a lovely lot you are tonight. And go back to me, which is not nearly as pretty, but it'll have to do. Right, look, having a look at the running order tonight, we have, as we put out in our publicity, a little bit of a world exclusive. We've got the fantastic Michael Murray with us tonight, and he will be showing us something that nobody, well, apart from Martin and a few others, have seen yet. It's a brand new release that isn't yet available, so you'll be the first to see it. So that's enough for me whittering on, as I always do. Over to our very first act, over to Iceland and the wonderful Gunnar. Hi there, Gunnar.
Hello, hello. How's everybody? How are you, Kevin?
Well, thank you.
Brilliant. Can I have Jill helping me, please? I've been preparing this for a whole week now. Hello, Jill.
Hello, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. A bit cold. It's -12 now.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I can see it's snow behind you. It's not like this in reality, is it?
No, that was my garden a few weeks ago.
Ah,
but it's
okay.
been the last few days have been very frosty. It's been -5.
Ah, okay. Well, at least we're warm in heart now, so we can get on with the first part. I've got something that is called Personality Analysis Kit. And I've been, for a week now, analyzing your personality. Have you noticed the drone that has been flying around your house for the past week?
No. Well, guys.
That was me spying on you and getting all kinds of information.
Oh, no.
Yeah, yeah. So this is the kit that I've got. And well, first of all, let me take out the money.
Ooh.
I've got £50 here for you if I'm off the mark. So I just want to be fair.
Okay.
So if I'm off the mark, you get the £50. So what I've got here is I've got some symbols, and symbols, they can mean different things to different people. I'm gonna give them a little mix here first, and I'm giving them a cut, and I'm gonna set them up like this, just in a row. And you see here we have a lightning bolt. Lightning bolt, like I say, all the symbols, they can mean different things to different people. So the lightning bolt, did you get a good idea? Or did you get struck by a lightning? The clock here, are you well within the time limits? Or is time running out for you?
Oh.
The little house here, are you comfortable in your house? Or are the walls closing in on you because it's too small? We get a magnifying glass here. It can help you see clearly, but if the sun shines through it, it can set everything on fire.
Very clever.
We've got a door here. Is it a doorway to something good? Or is there something evil lurking behind the door? And we have an eye. So could it be clairvoyance that you've got? Or is it the eye in the sky that follows you wherever you go?
I think it's the eye in the sky. If there's been
It
a
could be, yes. And we have a question mark here. So do you know the answers or are you bewildered? So like I say, every single sign can mean different things to different people. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to point at one of them at a time. And I'm going to do it slowly. And you just tell me to stop whenever you want me to stop. You can stop me anytime. You can even stop me at random if you want to take a chance. But if you're determined on something that you want me to stop on, you tell me to stop there. If I go to the end and I haven't heard stop, then I'll just go back. So you can stop me wherever you want to.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yes.
No, I'm just teasing you. I'm going to go slowly. I'm going to go slowly.
Stop.
You want to stop here?
Yes.
Are you absolutely sure? Do you want to change your mind?
No, absolutely sure.
So you want the magnifying glass?
I do.
I told you that I've got £50 here for you if I'm off the mark. So let's see. The lightning bolt. I don't see any mark here. I don't see any mark on the clock. There is no mark on the house. Question mark? No mark. Nothing on behind the eye. And the door. I told you I knew you. I know you actually better than you think. Because on the back of the magnifying glass, there is the mark.
A kiss.
Absolutely. So thank you for picking what I expected you to pick. Or perhaps I influenced you. Sorry?
I was looking forward to spending the money.
Yes, yes. Well, maybe next time. Thank you for helping me, Jill.
Thank you.
And thank you back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, Gunnar, and the Jill show. Fantastic, as always. And sorry you didn't get the cash, Jill. Was it always next time? Lovely. Okay, from Iceland over to Texas and USA. Now, normally our next performer performs live for us, but Robina wanted to do something with David, who is her partner and a profoundly deaf magician and a very funny guy as well. So they pre-recorded this for us. So Robin's in the crowd, but here's the pre-record. Thank you. Thank you, Robina, and thank you, David, as well for that. Okay, back to the UK. Well, almost the UK. Little tiny little island in between the mainland and Ireland, called the Isle of Man, and our greatest, spookiest man is sitting there. Come in, Michael Kelly.
Thank you, Kevin. I wanted to share a few postcards with you tonight. They're not picture postcards of holiday destinations. These are souvenir postcards from a museum. Actually, a museum of the occult, which was in Florida many years ago. But it closed down about a decade ago. And I've got these souvenir postcards. That was the museum itself. And these 6 souvenir postcards are of dolls that were stored in the museum. Dolls which had, well, they each had a troubled history. Let's put it that way. And you see, each one has a picture and a description. This is Lilith. This is Trista. This is Bella. This one is the oldest from the collection. It was just called the Artist Doll. Grayson. Greta. And that brings us back to Lilith. 6 lovely ladies. Now, I sent Kevin these in the week so that he could have a good look and he could read their descriptions and he could get to know them so that he could choose one of these postcards, one of these dolls, without me knowing which one. He could do it in his own time. And then he could read the description and he could pick out one word. I asked him to choose a long, interesting word. And the descriptions are quite florid. They're written at quite a high level of vocabulary, so we should have no trouble doing that. So, Kevin, have you done that?
I have indeed, yes, Michael.
Don't tell us what you've chosen. I'm going to try to find out, and I'll need to use a tool of some sort to do that, because unlike Tommy, I'm not a mind reader. Some of the dolls might be. As I say, they have troubled histories. And maybe I can communicate with them using this. Yes, it's a Ouija board, only it's a very small one. That's because it's designed for use by one person. Getting the balance right on the large board, it's really difficult to get it to move. But with this, just resting the fingertips of a single hand on it, and I can generally get a response, which is a bit alarming since I'm asking Kevin now to concentrate on the doll and the word, which means presumably that the doll is then going to be tapping into my subconscious to make my fingers move. And I'm not altogether sure I want them in there, but let's see how we go. We've got a little sort of circular motion there, so something's beginning to affect my muscles. We've got a steadier movement now. Seems to be feeling its way around. Stopped on the number 1. And then gone to 2. And stopped there. 1 and 2. For a moment, I'd feared we'd had one of those that would just step its way through the numbers and the alphabet. That seems to be quite at 1 and 2. How many letters are in your word, Kevin?
13, I think.
13. It's just
Hang on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12. Oh, yes, there we go. 1 and 2.
I just thought on a hunch that maybe that's what it was getting at. So it is 12.
I can't count.
And you didn't even know it was 12. Okay, well,
Yeah.
let's play a game of hangman, will we? I'm just going to do 12 dashes on here. And we'll see if it can start to fill in the letters for us. And hopefully won't hang me in the process. So there we are. We've just got 12 dashes on there. So let's try to make a stronger connection now. See if we can get a letter to start with. We don't want a bit of gallows. We want a letter that's actually in the word. Seems a little uncertain, but it's going for an A. Is there an A in the word, Kevin?
There is. Oh, in the word. Yes, there is indeed. Yes.
Okay. What position in the word is it? I'll pop it on the
4.
number 4.
Yeah, there we go.
Is there just the one A?
Yes, indeed, there is.
Okay. So I'm getting a very bad feeling about this. I think maybe this isn't an experiment we should have started on. I was actually thinking for a moment there, Kevin, that maybe you were deliberately misleading me, but I know that's not something you do.
No.
I was feeling very confrontational about it, and that's not the kind of person I am either. But there's a lot of kind of friction in the air that I'm picking up on, and
Yep. Yep.
My fingers aren't even staying still. They're going round and round and round, driving themselves into a frenzy. Let me just concentrate for a moment. I'm getting a very definite feel of an icy place. Somewhere in Eastern Europe, possibly Russia or... And
Yep.
I'm pretty sure of the doll. The doll must be Trista.
The doll is Trista, yeah.
And I can see why I'm feeling this way. She was a doll who was renowned for causing conflict. The word is disagreement.
It is, indeed, yeah.
Just show Trista to everybody. Here she is. A doll from Russia and known as the doll of sorrow. People who held her would be filled with sorrow, disagreement, and anger. They were known to murder one or several other people. She was kept isolated in a mountainside bunker for 14 years before being shipped over to Florida, where she's remained in our care ever since. And that's really interesting. Of all those dolls, you should have chosen Trista, because they say the museum closed just over 10 years ago in 2012. And these dolls and all that they had to be sold off into private collections and so on. And if we have a look here, let me just pull this out. We'll see that this is a certificate of ownership for Trista the doll. Thank you very much, Kevin.
Good.
Let's get on to something a little less cantankerous and disagreeable.
Thank you, Michael. Wonderful. Yeah. And just for the clarification to everyone out there, Michael sent me an email with a picture of all the dolls. So there was no collusion. I just selected one at random. And fantastic. Really enjoyed that. Okay, so from we have one Michael. We've got another Michael in there. And this is the part of the evening I've been waiting for and really excited about, because this gentleman is a fantastic mentalist, a fantastic creator, and just an all-round good guy as well. So come in, please, Michael Murray, and tell us what you're going to be doing tonight.
Hello, how are you doing? An absolute pleasure to be part of this. Yes, so I was coerced by Martin Duffy into giving you guys, I suppose, a world first, a world preview of what will be my Blackpool release. So this is an effect called Showreel, and it is basically a culmination of my entire thought process over the summer holidays. And I set myself a challenge, and that was to be able to divine the thought of celebrity in the cleanest way that I could possibly imagine. So obviously you guys will be the judge as to whether I've been successful in that. I invited a guy, another mentalist, to the studio and shot a performance. So you guys are going to be the very first people to see that, and I shall allow you to take that away when ready.
Okay, thank you, Michael.
Okay, Matthew, so you work behind the camera, so I'm presuming that you're into movies?
Yeah, I love them.
Okay, so I'm going to show you a little demonstration which involves movies. But it's very important for me to mention from the off that what I don't do is read minds. I personally believe that's impossible, but what I do is read thoughts. And the reason why I mention this is it is very important if I ask you to create a thought in your mind that you do that, because unless you create the thought, then I've got nothing to read. That makes sense?
Yeah.
Now, as mentioned, we have a page here. This is from an in-flight magazine. This is from the movie section, and I found a couple of interesting articles on here. One was pertaining to how we can access free movies on YouTube. It's actually surprising the amount of free movies that you can access on there, such as, you know, Jurassic Park, The Shining, Predator. But for me personally, I found this little column even more interesting. Logan's set to return in 2023 in Deadpool 3. Which is very exciting news. And there's also a new Batman movie, I believe Batman Origins, also due out this year. So it was basically a case of Rich is going to win the battle of the box office. I've got my money set on Logan, but we're not here today to judge my movie tastes. We're here to judge yours.
Nice one.
So this is what I'd like you to do. I'd like you to look over the page and find perhaps your favourite movie. For me, that would be The Matrix. And then you'll notice this little column on the right-hand side. There's a list of 30 different actors and actresses. Each of these actors and actresses have featured within these movies. And I'd like you just to find somebody from the movie of your choice. So, for example, if you chose The Matrix, you might go down, and obviously Keanu Reeves would be an obvious choice, given that he's the lead actor in that particular movie. But if we actually look here, we also see Lawrence Fishburne. And obviously he is a natural choice too, because obviously he was also in the same movie. Now, bear in mind, there are 25 movies to choose from. There are 30 different actors and actresses. Depending on the movie that you choose, you may have more than one choice. So please work your way all the way from top to bottom. And then if you have got that choice, you can further decide who to think of. So I'll turn away. And what I'd like you to do is look through the list of movies, find perhaps your favourite movie, just one that you really enjoyed, or one that you've perhaps seen more than once. Once you've got a movie in mind, I'd like you to work your way from top to bottom through that list of names and find somebody who's appeared in that movie. As I say, it doesn't necessarily have to be the lead actor or actress, just somebody who's been in the movie itself. Now, once you have a celebrity in mind, you can just let me know. Okay. So, is it fair for me to say that at this very moment in time, I could have no idea which movie you chose? I mean, there's a lot of popular movies on there. And therefore, there's no way that I could know which of the 30 actors, actresses that you're presently thinking of. True?
Yeah, absolutely.
But that is about to change, because what I'm going to attempt to do is read your thoughts. So in order to do that, we need you to create a thought, just a simple thought. In fact, let's just have you focus on the first letter of the first name of this celebrity. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to call the letters of the alphabet out loud, A, B, C, D, all the way through. And when you hear the letter that you're thinking of, just in your mind, just think stop. Okay. Now, it's important that you don't react physically, because this is thought reading rather than body language reading. So keep a complete poker face. And are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, so here we go. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, P, Q, R, S. Oh, and your thoughts stop on S. Yes?
Yeah.
And this is a female.
Yeah, it is.
Focus on the name. This is Sigourney Weaver.
It is, yes. Wow. That's awesome.
Now, obviously, it's very easy from the offset to for anybody to walk away thinking that was mind reading. But as we know, it isn't mind reading. It's actually thought reading. But rather interestingly, I discovered a little fact the other day. That is that influence is very much indistinguishable from thought reading. So if we influenced you to pick Sigourney Weaver, then that would have looked the same. I would have known that you were thinking stop when we got the letter S. I would have known that this was a female, and I would have known exactly who it is.
Yeah, sure.
And if truth be known, I actually did both.
Right.
You were actually influenced to pick Sigourney Weaver. I mean, it genuinely felt like a free choice. I mean, you could have maybe chosen Toy Story, and Tom Hanks is on here somewhere. Where is he? He is. Tom Hanks there. You could have chosen perhaps Pulp Fiction and Sam Jackson. He's on there. You could have chosen maybe Shawshank Redemption. That's a popular one. And I believe I've seen Morgan Freeman on there. In other words, you feel like you had a completely free choice. But this page was actually designed to influence that choice, to influence you to pick Sigourney Weaver.
Oh, yeah.
And I can actually show you how. Can you recall when I asked you initially to look over the list of movies, you were then to go all the way through the list of celebrities before you made your choice? That was really to draw your attention to this name here. You'll notice that one of these names on the page has a piece of popcorn next to it. Can you see who that is? Sigourney Weaver. But can you also recall that this page started folded up?
It did,
and then we unfolded it. Well, the first thing actually that you saw was this under the spotlight.
Oh, no.
Sigourney Weaver. But not only that, if you actually look right at the top of the page, who is that staring back at you?
Are you kidding?
That is Sigourney Weaver.
Wow.
And I don't know if you were consciously aware of this,
No.
but you can actually fact check this. The actual issue of this magazine, it was issued on the 8th of October.
Yeah.
If you ask Siri, which famous celebrity was born on 8th of October, it was Sigourney Weaver.
Oh, wow. Oh, that's great.
Thank you ever so much for bringing that video on. And as I said, that's no one's seen that apart from a
They
few.
haven't? You guys are the very first. You guys are the very first.
You
to
guys
see.
out there, all 50 odd of you in our gallery, you've had a world exclusive. So thanks again to the genius that is Michael Murray.
A pleasure, an absolute pleasure.
And if you get a chance to hang around to chat to the guys, to the magicians after the show's finished, that'd be absolutely wonderful as well.
Well, I shall walk them through it. Not a problem.
Fantastic. Right. Okie dokie. So on with the show. Over to the USA and to a new performer who's he's been in our gallery and has been one of our magician friends for a long time, but he's now plucked up the courage and started performing for us. So over to the USA and Bill D. Hi, Bill. Hi, Bill. You with us?
Okay,
There we go.
I'm with you. Okay, I have an empty glass here. I say the magic word. Hot dogs.
Wow.
Back to you, Kevin.
Hot dog. Hot diggity dog. That was really good. Thank you, Bill. Excellent.
It looked more like a fish, if you ask me.
Yeah, it was very fishy.
Yeah,
Very
so,
fishy.
oh no, sorry. I do apologise for all the comments.
Nothing was fishy about that.
Back to the UK and to another wonderful magician. And again, a guy who comes up with ideas and inventions and tricks for the community as well. Either Wayne, come in, mate. Wayne could.
Can I just say, just because I'm not going to slow the show down, but seeing Bill there, it's really good to see Bill perform there. It's really good to see because he's always on the chat. He's always chatting to people, and that's what this is all about. It's all about, you know, getting up and doing something, no matter what it is, just showing something. It's awesome. So well done, Bill. I need someone to help me, Kevin. I need someone to help me. Could you choose me a muggle, please?
Yeah, I'm sure Stuart will find someone for you.
Thank you, Stuart. I'm going to do one of my favourite effects, and then I'm going to do one of my own effects. Hello, ladies. Look at this. It's like a bank holiday weekend. What's going on here? So, can you? I'll try and hear you. Can you speak?
Hello.
Hello. Where are you, ladies? Where are you from?
New Hampshire, USA.
Ah, yeah, I know New Hampshire. I've got friends over in New Hampshire. Ah, very nice. Yeah, but from when I well, another lifetime. But anyway, I'd like you two to help me, and we're going to try something here. I study body language quite a lot, but I'm going to disable myself tonight because I need to tilt my camera down like this, so I've got to kind of look like this to be able to see you. But we're going to try and do a little lie detecting thing. I've got a deck of cards here. All the cards are different. And I'm going to tilt it down. And all I'd like you to do, ladies, is just one of you just say stop.
Stop.
Okay, I'm going to cut the cards there. I'm going to take the top card, and I'm just going to split these out to show they are all completely different. Now, I'm going to turn right around. I'm genuinely not going to look. Can you see that card and remember it?
Yes.
Is that all right? Okay, I'm going to put it back down. Hopefully that's still in view. Can come back. Okay, perfect. And I'm going to put these cards away so I can't be accused of looking to see which cards are missing. We've got a card here that you know what it is. I don't. Everybody else knows what it is. And I've got my lie detector cards here. Okay. Now these are going to tell me what your card is if this works. So we're going to give it a little try. I'm going to ask you questions about this card. You can lie or tell the truth. Okay, it's up to you. You don't say, I'm going to lie, just answer the question, but you can lie or tell the truth, okay? And then what I do is I'll spell out the answer, and these will tell me whether you're lying or telling the truth. So, first of all, is your card a red card or a black card?
Red.
Red. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm just going to move one card from the top to the bottom for each letter of the answer. Does that make sense? So we will go R, E, D, and when I turn it over, that says it's a lie. Are you lying?
Yes.
Yeah, I thought so. You see, if you had said black, I'd have gone B, L, A, C, K, and that would have said true. You see, so okay. So it's black. So is it a club or a spade?
Spade.
Spade. Okay, so we're going to go S, P, A, D, E. And that's true. Brilliant. Okay, because it's spade. So is it a spot card or a court card? So a spot card would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 10. A court card would be Jack, Queen, or King.
Spot card, the first one I said.
Okay, S, P, O, T. And that's a lie. Okay, so we'll just check just to make sure. C, O, U, R, T. And yeah, it's a court card. Okay, so is it a Jack, Queen, or King?
Queen.
So we're going to go Q, U, E, E, N. And that says it's true. It is a queen. And out of all these cards that you've chosen, out of all these cards, it's now told me that your card is the Queen of Spades. And if I turn this card over, it is the Queen of Spades. But not only that, this, when I turn these over, you'll see that these are all the Queen of Spades as well, meaning that I found out what your card was through the line.
Wow. That's so nice.
I'm going to keep you two ladies here for a second because you can help me with my other trick. I'm going to bring the cards back in. I've got some blue back cards here as well. And I'm going to lay these out in a row. I'm going to put these face down. Now, the idea of this is really simple. I'm going to spread the cards out and I'm going to give you a choice of any card that you would like. Okay? But I just want you to do the ones that you can see. Don't do the one on the face here. So what are your names, ladies? What are your names?
What's your name? Cheryl. Michaela.
What's your name, sorry?
Michaela.
Michaela. Okay, Michaela, you can go first. So I'm going to spread the cards out. I'll just spread off a few. And let me try and get an even spread there. Can you see those cards?
Yep.
Can you name anyone there that you can see?
Ace of Hearts.
The Ace of Hearts. Okay. I'll take some cards off, actually. And now, Cheryl, if you could do the same for me, just name one of these cards, anyone that you can see here.
5 of clubs.
5 of clubs, and yeah, we'll cut those off as well. Maybe put these over here, and then either one of you just name. We'll go for one more. Any one of those ones here.
Jack of Spades.
Jack of Spades. Okay, so I'm going to leave these here. Shall we see how you did? Oh, this is exciting, isn't it? I do get excited with it. Okay, so you chose Ace of Hearts, 5 of clubs, Jack of Spades. You could have had any of these cards. I don't think a fairer way of doing that. Completely open, you could have had any card. Is that fair? Check this out. I'm glad you're sitting down for this. Are you ready for this? Are you ready? Boom! Look at that. Oh, that's not too bad. Yeah, that's not too shabby. Yeah, forget these ones. 1 in 3 is not bad. Okay, there is one thing of this that I didn't tell you about at the beginning. And that is that this isn't what the trick is actually about. If I turn these cards over, you'll see that on the back of these cards, I've written other cards, and they don't correspond. So this has got 10 of hearts on it, but it's not the 10 of hearts. This one is the King of Diamonds, but it's not the... I've just written random cards on the back of all the cards. Is that fair? Can you see all that? So you could have had any of these cards. You could have chosen any of these cards. And these are the ones that you chose. So I had this card face down, and you chose the Ace of Hearts, not knowing about the cards on the back of the card. So I had the 2 of Hearts. Wouldn't it be amazing if that?
Wow.
And you chose this card, the 5 of Clubs. I had the 3 of Diamonds, but I knew you would go for the 3 of Diamonds. And of course, the Jack of Clubs is always drawn to the Jack of Spades. And that is 3 for 3. 3 times amazing. Thank you so much for helping.
Wow. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, that was awesome.
I'll say it again.
Thank you, Wayne. Fabulous as always. Fabulous as always. Okay, so sticking around in the UK and to our next performer, who's one of our newbies. Come in, Pete Jackson. Hi there.
Good evening, everybody. Now, magic creates its own illusion, and that illusion can sometimes create a false memory of what we think we've seen and what we think we've heard. Now, when you're in a relationship and you're practicing magic regularly, it's important that you have time with the wife doing something that is non-magic related, with your wife or your partner. So every week, me and my wife, Karen, we watch a film. So last week, Karen chose a film, and the week before, Karen chose a film. And it seems that every week she actually chooses a film. But that's a secret to a long relationship. Now, in this bag, I have a prediction. And it's two different items relating to mine or Karen's or both of our favourite films. And in this pack of cards, we have 52 different films. And one of these films will relate to whatever's the prediction is in this bag. And you can see here, everybody can see, you've got Saving Private Ryan, not to be confused with Saving Ryan's Privates. That's a totally different film, so don't Google it. And then you've got Superman, you've got Fargo, you've got High Noon, you've got The Godfather. So all the cards are totally different. So now this has never really worked on Zoom, so hopefully tonight will be the night. So can I choose somebody to choose a card at random for me?
Put your hands up and we'll choose. There we are, Tommy Burnett.
Thanks, Tommy. Thank you. So, Tommy, all I want you to do is just to stop me at any point.
Stop.
Stop there. Okay, yep. So we have the Titanic.
Okay.
Well, actually, my favourite film is the Cube Master, which was out on Netflix. And then in here, sometimes it goes right, sometimes it goes wrong. It's just the way it is. But my favourite film is the Cube Master, and I have a mixed up cube here, and I also have a Souls cube and nothing else in the bag. So we're going to put the Souls cube back in the bag just for a moment, and I'm going to let you into a little secret. That when I first performed cube magic, I couldn't actually solve a cube. So what I would do, I'd bring a friend. So if I got confused and mixed the cube up and I couldn't solve it, I would pass it back to my friend. He would solve it, pass it back to me, and I would get the applause. So, and of course, as things progressed, what I did, I tried to be a little bit more adventurous, was mix the cube up a little bit. And with a little bit of magic moves, solve the cube. But then people would always ask, what happens if we solve it? So, so obviously I can't hand the cube out now, so you can't mix up. But what I can do is mix it up a little bit and get Tommy to guide me on how you want it mixing up. So this is the top, this is the bottom, this is the left, this is the right, this is the front, and this is the back. So if you could shout out which one you want me to turn, Tommy, and I'll just keep turning them.
Okay, top.
Top.
Left.
Left.
Bottom.
Bottom.
Left again.
Left again.
Right.
Right.
And top.
And top. Okay, you happy with that? Do you want a few more turns?
Top again.
Top again.
Bottom.
And the bottom.
And left.
And left. Okay, you happy with that?
I am.
Okay, so now I'll attempt to solve it. Now, if I was to solve it behind my back, you might think that my friend's here trying to solve it. So I'm going to try and solve it actually in the bag. So what I'll do, my record is 10 seconds, and I'm going to try and beat that tonight. So let's, if you want to start counting to 10 when I say go, so go.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5.
And there we go.
And what about the other one?
Sorry?
What about the other one?
The other one, sorry, I'm not.
The one in the bag.
The one in the back? Ah, I just refer you to the beginning of my talk when I said that magic creates its own illusion. And that illusion can sometimes create a false memory. And the memory that you have is there was another cube in the bag. That's part of the illusion, part of the memory. That's what you have. And of course, I said a prediction on something that I want to reveal from the bag. And I also said I had two different items. Now, the card that you chosen was the
Titanic.
The Titanic. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the Titanic.
Very nice. Very nice.
Oh, fantastic.
That was brilliant.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you could sit on the deck there and do some fishing, couldn't you? Right. Let's have a look at the running order. Wow. We have got an inserted magician. So before when we planned the show to begin with, we only had 9. Now we've got 10. So hand you over to a wonderful magician from Holland, Leon Heussen. Hi there, Leon.
Hello. Let me set everything really fast. I didn't see that I was coming. Pin myself. Yeah, here I am. Over here I have a little box, and in this box I have 4 coins. They are not half dollars, they are $1 size coins, because I have really small hands. That's why I use these. And as I have a box, let me start. 2 empty hands, a box with 4 coins. The nice thing is if you put the coins back in the box like this, there's something strange going on, because if I want, I can take a coin out of the box like this, and it's really strange. If I'm correct, we have 3 coins left. Let me do it again. It's coin number 1, 2, and 3. That was the first coin that came out of the box. The next one is a little bit different, like this. And there it is, the second one. That means we have 2 coins left. You see? The coins go in the box like this. 2 coins over here, they go out before. That's coin number 1. Coin number 2. And if I look really close, that's the third one. So we have 3 coins here and 1 coin in the box. If I want, I can show you the 3 coins. But the cool thing is there is a 4th one and it's in the box. But if I do this, hop, it comes through the lid. That means we have 4 coins, and the people, they don't believe it, they can check everything. That's coin number 1, 2, 3, and 4. My hands are empty and the box is empty. And that's the classic trick called the Ukito box. And I hope people like it.
Wow.
Wow. Wow.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Burn him, he's a witch. Absolutely
That was
fantastic.
very smooth.
That was brilliant. Okay, over to New York City and Tommy Burnett. Follow that.
Leon, I love you, man, but you killed me. You killed
Thank you,
me.
Tom.
It's a witch. Okay, compose. Okay, so I want to try something a little different for me. I'm gonna use a couple books. David Bargassi's The Width of the World and Tom Clancy's Red Rabbit. I'm sorry my camera is a little out of focus. I don't know why, but hopefully I'll have it fixed by next week. I'm also going to be using my phone. I have on here a photograph in my photos, and we'll come back to later. But I'm going to take my phone and put it on the screen next to me so you can see that I'm not doing any funny business. Here we go. Okay. And that is the same screen. Okay, so can I actually, if it's still here and willing, I'd like to use the young lady from Vermont, Cheryl, and I'm sorry, I forgot the other. There we are. Yes, and please remind me your name again.
Michaela.
Michaela. I should, I should know that because that's my middle name. But anyway, that's a whole other story. That's a whole other show. But anyway, Michaela, do me a favor and pick one of these two books.
Tom Clancy's Red Rabbit.
Fair enough. However, if you get a chance, good book. But Tom Clancy's Red Rabbit, are you familiar with Tom Clancy at all? Have you read any of his books?
I might have a long time ago, but I haven't recently.
Fair enough. Do you like to read?
Yep.
Okay, good. If you had said no, I would have had to beat myself for picking somebody who doesn't like to read. But
Yep.
Okay, good. So here's what's gonna happen, and hopefully you can see the words. I'm blind without my glasses on, so for your entertainment pleasure, I'm going to take my glasses off, okay? And what I'm going to do is flip through the book, and then when you say stop, I will hold the book up to the camera, and this is only an example right now. I'll hold the book up so you can see all the different words, and then I want you to pick any word on the page. But But don't make it a small word like and or the or but, because that would be way too easy for me, right? And you pay good money to see this, so
Yes.
Oh wait, this is a free show. Okay, never mind.
It's free?
Yeah. Okay, anyway. So I will even look away because some people say that I'm lying about being blind, but I really can't feel it beyond here without my glasses. So, but I will turn away. In fact, let me move over if I am in the middle of the screen. And before I look away, I'm just going to flip through the book, and whenever you feel like it, say stop.
Stop.
Is that good, or would you like me to go back a few, or go ahead
Oh, that's
a few?
good.
Right here, okay. So actually, let me try and get focused. Get a little look away, okay? And let's see. I'm just gonna move the book up and down. Let me get my hand out of the way here. There we go. I'm gonna move the book up and down and to the other page so you can also see maybe a word on this side. And just get a rather challenging word. If you have one, let me know. And we'll go from there. Do you have one?
Yep.
Yeah, you have one. Great. Okay. And you know what it means, right?
Yes.
Okay, good. Because the other day, somebody got a word in their mind and had no idea what it meant, and it was really hard for me to get. Now, along the lines of what Michael did, I'm not really a mind reader either. I kind of look at it more like a mind traveler. I travel into your mind. I look around, and then when I find something that I'm looking for, then I pop out. But I can't go into anything that you don't want me to see. So, in fact, I'm going to close that door right now because I know you don't want me to see that. Okay, so all right, so you have your word in mind, yes?
Yes.
Okay, now I'm going to yes. Okay, so there's an E in your word, yes?
Yes.
All right, thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here all week. Truth be told, the letter E is the most common vowel in the English language, so that's really not very impressive. But wait, there's an A in your word also, isn't there?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So now we're getting a little more impressive. Keep going back and forth. Yes. Okay. There's an R also, isn't there?
No, there's no R.
No R. Interesting. Okay. So, yeah. Okay. So, is this an occupation by any chance?
Nope.
No. Okay. It doesn't begin with the letter C, does it?
No.
What does it begin with?
Begins with an M.
An M. Interesting. Okay, so this is more of a. Okay. Now, I was very confused, but now I understand where I'm going with this now. I'm going to open up my phone here, and we're going to go into the photos, okay? And I'm going to swipe over to the photos, and before I open the photo, will you mind saying out loud what the word is that you're thinking of?
Mountainside.
Interesting. Yeah, that is okay. Can you see it?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, mountainside.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's my word.
Oh, cool. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes,
That's so cool.
I guess I didn't have to go through all that. I wasn't sure why I did that. If you can see the date on there, this was taken December 10th at 9:17, and that was like a long time. That was like almost a month and a half ago. So yeah, thank you. And now back to Kevin.
That's
Yes, thank you, Tommy. Yes, not too hard to climb. That was lovely. Thank you. Okay, so it's just down to me to finish the show. So I suppose in a minute, I'll do something quickly first, but in a minute we will get our professional closer to help me. So Jill, are you ready to help in a minute? Just, yeah, okay. So, but before we do that, I'm going to do something with these. And I quite like card games, and I thought I'd find out about something new. And there's a game they play a lot in the US that our US visitors and magicians and an audience will know about. And I asked Tommy to help me with the pronunciation of it. It's pinochle, isn't it? And it isn't spelled anything like that, but I believe that's how it's how it's pronounced. I'm looking at Cheryl and Michaela, and they're sort of nodding-ish, saying, "What's that stupid Englishman saying?" And it's a very odd game because only 48. A standard pack of cards has 52 cards. A pinochle pack has only 48, and you've only got the numbers 9 through to king as well. So the other ones don't exist for some reason, and then there are multiples of them. And to score, you've got to. I've no idea how the game works, but you create tricks, and they have different values. And a pinochle is a ace of spades and a jack of diamonds, I think, which is a good score. And the best score is a double pinochle, which is 2 ace of spades and 2 jack of diamonds. So I dealt myself a hand just before we started the show, and it's comprised of queen of spades and a jack of diamonds. So that was a pinochle, but it also comprised of another jack of spades and jack of diamonds and another queen of spades. But that's as far as I got. I tried to understand the rules of it, totally beyond me. So I thought I'll go back to my favorite game, which is poker. And that has very simple rules. And all you just need is 4 aces and you win. So, right, okay. So let us bring in Jill. Can you bring Jill in? Hi there, Jill. Are you ready to close the show?
I am, as ever.
Okay. So this may or may not work because we have well, I'm sure it'll work because we've got Jill the magician helping us. At the beginning of the show, we only had 9 performers, and I wrote out some flashcards with all their names on, and I also got a flashcard here saying what we are, which is the Open Mic Magic Show. But then Leon appeared and said, I want to perform as well. So I had to quickly create a flashcard for Leon, which I did. So we've got the whole cast here: Leon, Gunnar, Bill D, Tommy, Michael Murray, me, Michael Kelly, Pete, Robina, and Wayne. So there they are. That's the cast. We're going to mix them up and give them I'm going to give them a wash like this on the tabletop. And Jill, does this look like it's a fairly fair mix-up? Which I really don't want to know where anything. You happy with that, or do we want to give them a little shuffle as well, or a little?
That would be fine. That would be fine. I trust you.
Okay, we're going to make it even more random. I'm going to deal these into 3 piles. That's 1, 2, 3. Oh, there we go. There we go. 1. So we've got 4 in that pile. We've got 3 in that pile. We've got 3 in that pile because there was going to be 9, but they're on now 10. So the piles are uneven, and that's Leon's fault. So Jill, we've got a 4th one here. Do we want to move it to any of the other piles and mix the piles up or anything, or?
Move it to the middle one.
Move it to the middle, and shall I give them a mix and give them all the mix as well?
Yes.
Okay, there we go. How's that? Just say stop whenever you feel I've given them enough of it.
Stop.
Yeah. And I'll do that one.
Thank you.
And as I said, we're going to choose a random card. And to make it as random as possible, there are 3 piles: pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. Whichever pile you choose, Jill, the bottom card that we've shuffled to the bottom now will be the one you choose. And that will be Jill's nominated Magician of the Night.
Oh.
Okay, so do you want pile 1, pile 2, or pile 3?
Pile 3.
Sorry?
Pile 3.
3, that one there.
Yes.
Okay. So, like Tommy, if I take my glasses off, everything goes blurry. And I'm going to hold that up. I'm just going to hold my fingers there as well while we change camera angle, so you can see I'm not doing anything sneaky. Where are we? We want to go to the front. Oh, damn, that camera's stopped working, so we can't. But we'll do it from this one. Technology, huh? It was working earlier. So you're going to use camera 3. I didn't want to turn it like this because it makes it easier for me to spot it, but what I'll do is I'll turn right away and take my glasses off. Okay, so Jill, are you ready? Pile 3, whatever's on the bottom. Because I went to a blank screen, I might have done something sneaky. So do you want to change your pile?
No.
Stick with that one. You're happy. You trust me.
Oh, yes.
You shouldn't, but you're trusting me.
My mother said I should never trust a man who says trust me.
Okay, I'll take my glasses off. We'll turn that one up. Oh,
Oh,
look at this. There we go.
Oh.
We'll turn that one over. And whatever's on the bottom is Jill's nominated Magician of the Night. So take glasses off, pick that up, put my hands over my eye and look away, and hopefully you can see something. Is it the right way up, or do I need to turn it the other way?
No, that's fine.
That is fine. And that is your Magician, Bill.
It
Jill.
is.
Jill. Okay. Okay, put that down. And we'll just get the piles up and give them a mix. Okay, and I might give them a little bit more of a shuffle, yeah. Okay. And put my glasses on so I can see what I'm doing.
Oh.
So, Jill, this is the Open Mic Magic night. Nothing else written on there, just Open Mic Magic. And you've chosen a magician, and I've got no idea, but everyone out there knows who it is. So we're going to see if you have done this correctly. So are you ready, Jill? Open Mic Magic. I'm just going to spell that out from the cards. Enter part. So O-P-E-N M-I-C M-A-G-I-C. Oh, let me just, that's interesting. So, Jill, for the first time, who was your magician of the night?
The wonderful Tommy.
The wonderful Tommy Burnett.
Oh.
Yeah. And of course, you could have chosen any of the other ones. Thanks, Jill. Thanks for being our closer, as always, and being Jill the magician and getting it right. Fabulous. Thank you, Jill.
Thank you very much. Another wonderful show.
Thank you. And so it's time for me to say thank you to everybody. Gunnar, Robina and David, Michael Kelly, Michael Murray, William D, Wayne Goodman, Pete Jackson, Leon Hussein, Tommy Burnett and myself. So from all of us here to all of you out there in Facebook land, Night Night Facebook, there we go, they've gone. And to everyone else in the room, I'm going to stop the recording